Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa transit system.
Indeed.
This
Welcome to
automated
Black
train
Mesa.
is provided for the security
We are
and
going to be
convenience of the Black
going
Mesa
through
Research Facility
Half-Life
personnel.
here. There's Barney.
The
He's
time
having
is
trouble getting in the door. Seems like everyone has
8:47
trouble
a.m.
getting in the doors in this
Outside
little
temperature
introduction here.
is
You'll find a number of them
93
like that.
degrees, with an
Something I
estimated high
never really
of
noticed.
105.
These guys down here, look at the little scientists
The
running
Black
up on the
Mesa
platform
compound
down
is
there.
maintained at a
I'd always
pleasant
seen the ones up
68
there in the
degrees
windows,
at
but
all
never the ones
times.
down the platform. Playing Sven's mod has got me in the mood, got me some nostalgia here
This train
to
is
come back and
inbound
take another
from
look at
level
Half-Life.
3 dormitories
So that's what we're going to
to
do. In fact, I think I
Sector
may
C test
play a
labs
chapter from
and
Half-Life,
control
and then I'll
facilities.
play a chapter from
If your
Black
intended
Mesa,
destination
because
is a
I've never
high
played it
security
either.
area beyond Sector C,
Half-Life is one of the
you will
few
need to
games
return to the central
that I have
transport
actually
and
played all the way
area
through and finished.
board a high security train.
It's one of the games that grabbed
If you have
onto
not
me
yet
and
submitted your
totally,
identity to the retinal clearance system,
totally
you must report to Black
took my
Mesa
attention
personnel
until I
for
was able to
processing
finish it. It probably took
before
me about a
you will be
month of playing
permitted into the high
after
security
work and
branch
before
of the
work and on my
transit
days
system.
off to get through it all here. I love these little scripted events. You know, this came out. I was playing XCOM and Monkey Island.
Toxicity of material routinely handled in the Black Mesa
Played a
compound.
little bit of
No
Quake, but
smoking,
not much.
eating,
Quake
or
really
drinking are permitted
really
within the
didn't
Black
grab me
Mesa
the way
transit
Doom
system.
did. And I didn't really have the computer to do it
Please keep
either.
your
In
limbs
fact, I had
inside the train
to
at
buy
all
a
times. Do not attempt
had to
to
buy
open
a
the doors
upgrade to
until
my
the train
video
has come
card to
a
be able to
complete
play
halt
this whenever it
at the
came out.
station platform.
I think it was a
In the event of an
3DFX
emergency,
Voodoo 2.
passengers are to remain
Wow,
seated
3DFX. Who
during
remembers
the
those
full
anymore?
demonstration.
I love watching the little thing. Love these scripted events. You know, this was so
Disabled
different
personnel should be
from the
evacuated
stuff that I was
first.
used to in like Doom and all
Please
that.
stay
You know, the
away
fact
from
that
electrified
you're in a
rails
first-person
and
shooter that
proceed to
actually
an
had
emergency station until assistance arrives.
scripted events and told the story. You know, it was so groundbreaking then. And the light effects here and all were so nice. I loved watching this little rail come out here and connect up and the little sparks that come down. Yeah. It was just mind-blowing. I still love watching it. And still, you know, it brings me back. It's like when I go and log into EverQuest, I'll occasionally boot it up and log into it and just go walk around. And unfortunately, you know, I can still go to some places like Kellethan and stuff like that.
Black Mesa Hazard Course Decathlon will commence
Love
this
these lights
evening
turning
at
on. Oh, just the
1900
whole
hours
image of
in
this
the
being
level
so
3
3D,
facility.
these curved
The
surfaces and
semifinals
stuff,
of
and
high
semi-curved
security
surfaces,
will be announced
came
in
as
separate
such a
secure
shock
access
to me from
transmissions.
coming from Doom and Doom 2.
More lives
Here
than
we got
you
another
know
guy.
will
Watch him.
depend on
Yeah,
your
another guy that
voice.
can't get through the doors.
Do you have a friend or
Problems with
relative who would be a
doors. Be
valuable
anticipating
addition
that
to the
coming
Black
up here.
Mesa team? Immediate openings are available in the areas
I love
of
hearing this.
materials handling and low clearance security.
There you go.
Please
You can be a
contact
mall
Black
cop
Mesa
or you can drive a forklift. Immediate handlings. If you've got some friends
associated with the background.
who don't have a degree from MIT, maybe we can hire them to be a security guard.
Please contact our civilian recruitment team. The Black
Lovely.
Mesa Research Facility
We got a
is in
spot
Anno.
particularly coming up here. Boy, these loading screens are very fast. Look at there. That's a hell of a lot quicker than it was in the day.
A reminder
Can't remember
to
what
all
I
Black
played it on
Mesa
back then.
personnel.
A
Regular radiation and
pin him right there,
biohazard
that
screenings
curved
are
area, that kind of
requirement
cone
of
area there.
continued
Just
employment
blew my
in the Black
mind
Mesa
away whenever I
Research
first saw
Facility.
it.
Missing a scheduled
And here we had the
urinalysis
first
or
view of the
radiation
G-Man.
treatment
There he is.
grounds for immediate termination. If you feel you have been
There's
exposed
the
to
G-Man, one of the
radioactive
original
or
Men in
other
Black,
hazardous
watching us as
materials in the
as he
course
goes
of
about
your
his
duties.
business, and
Contact your
we go about
radiation
ours
safety
without trying to get irradiated here.
Work safe. Work smart.
Nice.
Your
You go
future
clean that up,
depends on
Mr. Robot. And here we come up to the platform.
Now arriving at Sector C test labs and
Sweet.
control facilities.
Yeah, those loading screens used to be about, 5 or 10 seconds long on Like I said, I think maybe a Pentium 2, maybe? I had to take a look. This came out in 98, so I had to see what I was playing on back then.
Thank you.
Throw it across the bottom of the screen here. If it wasn't the P2.
Morning, Mr. Freeman.
Hey, Barney.
Looks like you're running late.
I'm always running late, man. I'm always running late. And just whenever he came up and talked to you, called you by name, hey, Mr. Freeman. It's like you knew you were no longer in Kansas anymore. Or shall we say you knew you were no longer on the Mars base anymore. Let's get him to open the door. Watch these pulls and all. See, it wasn't just, you know, you had multiple parts to the doors and stuff. It was like the love that went into it. Let's see if we can get him to say that line.
Hey, catch me later. I'll buy you a beer.
I'll buy you a beer, yep. When you meet him again in Half-Life 2, he talks about that. I think he says something about, I never did get you that beer I promised you. Oop, let's get off the wall. One thing, you can get stuck in these little curved walls, so let's not get on those. And we're into the real Black Mesa now. Let's go on in. You will notice that I am running the HD pack. That is the updated...
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to find my files. Just one of those days, I guess.
Just one of those days.
Down in the test chamber, too, but I think that's all straightened out. They told me to make sure you headed down there as soon as you got into your hazard suit.
Of course, of course. Yeah, that was the HD texture pack is what came with Blue Shift, I think it was. Remember, that was the...
We all have to wear these ridiculous ties.
That was the first expansion that came out for it. You had Blue Shift, and then you had Opposing Force. Blue Shift is where you got to play the security guards, of course. And Opposing Force is where you got to play the soldiers. I always love doing this. Oh.
Get away from there, Freeman. I'm expecting an important message.
Oh, that's traditional. Anytime that I play Half-Life, I have to go and
My glasses again.
mess with his computer.
My God, what are you doing?
Come on, Gordon. You trying to get me into trouble?
And I have to push the alarm button. Alrighty, so let's see where we are here. Let's head on down.
Are you running those tunneling lattice calculations again?
We need to go down the green pathway to personnel and get into our HEV suit.
Please, leave me alone until after the experiment. Freeman?
Some of the folks have little conversations as you come along.
The sample was just delivered to the test chamber.
Like that. He says that every time you walk up to him.
Are you 100% Big day today, Freeman.
Indeed it is.
Good morning, Gordon.
Oh, yes. Even in this... Even in a game that I've played as many times as I've played Half-Life. Oh, and there's the G-Man again. Didn't know he was fluent in Simglish, did you? I wonder if he's married to Charlie Brown's teacher. And of course, you can't get in there to talk to him. These guys you can.
Hello, Gordon Freeman. It's good to see you.
Indeed.
Greetings. It's good to see you.
And let's remember this poor guy, because we will see him in worse circumstances before too terribly long.
All displacement modulators were tuned today, weren't they? I couldn't even venture to guess. My God, what are you doing? Aren't you a bit worried about that exponential cascade scenario we discussed?
Yep. Oh, like I said, the fact that you could just mess with them like that. Oh, it was so cool. Now, of course, you can't get on through there.
You got the wrong airlock, Mr. Freeman. You know I can't let you through here.
Sorry, Barney. We will obey you for what few short times you have left. All right, at this point, it's come on down. Another loading screen. It is come on down, and of course, this is traditional. That guy always walks over there, always bangs on the soda pop.
Hello. Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
I want some of that steaming hot coffee you got there.
That fluctuation.
All right, let him walk over, stare at the microwave, and then we will...
leave that shutdown procedure chart. My God, what are you doing?
Oh, it's a mess, whatever he was cooking in there. Okay. No, we are not doing a speed run.
Ah, it's good to see you.
What, she's going to say something about the ties.
As I expect, why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties?
I said it's kind of like reading The Hobbit, you know? I've read The Hobbit probably 50-something times now, so I could almost write it out of memory. Nice. Now, see, I was expecting that kind of thing because I also played Duke Nukem 3D. And Duke Nukem 3D had a lot of interactive stuff, like these guys cough. Had a lot of interactive stuff that you could mess with, like toilets flushing and that sort of thing. We'll come back to our locker there. In the meantime, let's get in our HEV suit. And I've always wondered, where are the other two HEV suits?
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions. High impact reactive armor activated. Atmospheric contaminant sensors activated.
I wonder if I should run that test again.
Automatic medical systems engaged. Defensive weapon selection system activated.
Most of the simulation
Munition
results are
level
perfectly acceptable, you
monitoring
know.
activated. Communications interface online. Have a very safe
This all looks
day.
normal.
Have a very safe day.
Power 15%.
All right, we got our first power pack. Okay. I'm assuming that is a nephew. We'll call him Hank for now. And I would love to get a hold of my coffee cup there too. Nice little thump it on the MP3 there. Okay, let us go back out and head on down to the containment chamber. And see, I caught you before you started walking. It's almost like a Roger Corman film where the camera starts up and the horses start moving about 2 seconds later.
Go right on through, sir. Looks like you're in the barrel today.
Ah, hello, Gordon Freeman. It's good to see you.
One of my favorite lines from Freddie Farkas' Frontier Pharmacist. No, 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 Freddie. Tuesday is your day in the barrel.
Agent Boomer, report to Topside Tactical Operations Center.
These rotating signs were also awesome to see back then, too. It was like, oh my God, how did they do that? It was such a surprise. Oh, we know where that helicopter is. Technology. It was such a surprise back in the day. Said coming from the games that we came from, even coming from Duke Nukem. I mean, Duke Nukem was it had the things, like I said, the more interactive environment and stuff, and flight and all, but it was still very, very much of a step up from that. You know, you had the true 3D environments and the interactivity amongst the co-workers and all here that you just never had before.
Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm busy now. Wouldn't it be fantastic to get some pure readings for a change? Shut up.
I hope he meant that in a friendly manner, like, oh, shut your mouth.
Freeman?
Gonna let me just walk on through? Yes, you will.
Safety crew. Report. Status at 1100, please.
Deeper and deeper. More colored lights, and here's our buddies, the Three Stooges.
Greetings! Ah, Gordon, here you are. We just sent the sample down to the test chamber.
We've boosted the anti-mass spectrometer to 105%. Bit of a gamble, but we need the extra resolution.
The administrator is very concerned that we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather they went to some lengths to get it.
They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber.
In the test chamber. He's gonna let me through. Let's look through the window. It's where all these brave men will be standing to watch us, of course. As we put our degree from MIT in theoretical physics to the test by pushing that little cart.
It's good to see you. It's about to go critical.
What the hell is going on with our equipment?
It wasn't meant to do this in the first place.
Not the most auspicious of openings. I've never quite understood the purpose of this little elevator and that little twisty screw part of it.
Glasses again. I can't be bothered right now. Greetings!
Friendly bunch of folks. You gotta give them that.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit from standard analysis procedures today, Gordon.
Yes, but with good reason. This is a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
And, potentially, the most unstable.
Now, if you follow standard insertion procedures, everything will be fine.
I don't know how you can say that, although I will admit that the possibility of a resonance cascade scenario is extremely unlikely.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
Ah, yes, you're right. Gordon, we have complete confidence in you.
Go ahead. Let's let him in now.
However, with that glitch, with you, I don't know if I've got complete confidence in you. In you.
You'll just have to wait until after the test. Please, leave me alone until after the experiment.
All right. Y'all are chatty little Cathys until I want to say something. Okay. Let's head on over to the platform.
Testing. Everything seems to be in order.
Your suit should keep you comfortable through all this. The specimen will be delivered to you in a few moments. If you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors, we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives.
Not much to say. You won't have a lot of talking until we get through this first chapter and all the announcements and scientists quit talking all the time.
Gordon, are you not hearing me? Climb up and start the rotors, please.
And then once it's just me walking around, there'll be a lot more opportunity to talk. Meantime, let's just enjoy all the set pieces here.
Very good. We'll take it from here.
Power to stage 1 emitters in 3, 2, 1. I'm seeing predictable phase arrays. Stage 2 emitters activating now.
Gordon, we cannot predict how long the system can operate at this level, nor how long the reading will take. Please, work as quickly as you can.
Overhead capacitors to 105%. It's probably not a problem. Probably, but I'm showing a small discrepancy. Well, no, it's well within acceptable bounds again. Sustaining sequence.
Well within allowable rounds.
That the sample is ready, Gordon. It should be coming up to you any moment now. Look to the delivery system for your specimen.
There we go. I used to own a pair. In fact, I still own them. I just haven't used them for ages, of what they call E-dimensional glasses. They were a set of shutter glasses with, I think, LCD lenses.
Standard insertion for a non-standard specimen. Go ahead, Gordon. Slot the carrier into the analysis port.
And it would...
What is he doing in there? Nothing you need to worry about, Gordon. That's it. Go ahead.
that would plug into your video card, bypass through your video card, and it would shift your vision slightly. You'd have a left eye view and a right eye view in all these 3D games.
How long the system can operate at this level, nor how long the reading will take. Please work as quickly as you can.
And I used to play EverQuest that way, you know, looking through it and getting the full real 3D effect, you know, kind of like what you see in the 3D movies now. This game, you never could do very much, because the particle effects like this, it would be beautifully 3D until those emitters and the little lightning bolts clicked on, and it would always crash the game.
Non-standard specimen. Go ahead, Gordon. Slot the carrier into the analysis port.
All right, let's get ready for hell.
Gordon, get away from the shutting down. No, attempt to shut down. It's not shutting down. It's not.
Yep. There went the scientists. And they're going to be a whole lot less talkative now. Uh-oh, you see the little vortigaunts dropping down and then disappearing into the little green clouds. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. And the ceiling and all continues to fall about us. There we go. Run away! Nope. Whoa. Well, I got their attention. Alright, unforeseen consequences. I guess it was a good thing that the 3D glasses would always shut down whenever the first lightning, because this right here would have totally fried them. Alright, I am going to get in here. We're going to save it up in the corner here. And this is probably where we'll stop and then play the Black Mesa part. So thanks for coming along with the ride here.